Hello friend. Mm, Today I am going to discuss with you React.js library. So first of all, we need to know about the React. What is React? Why I am using React? And all about things. Blah blah. So first of all, I'm right here. What is React and why use React? React is a UI library. UI means user interface. UI means user interface only for it is using for only view layer. So at Facebook facilitate to the creation of interactive stateful and reusable UI components. It is used at Facebook in production, and Instagram.com is written entirely in React.js. React.js not only render on the client side, but it can also be rendered on server side as well. It is using virtual DOM. So here is many word, as like you also know stateful reusable UI component means you don't understand, I think. So and all things, as like here is also mentioned the virtual DOM. So and a stateful. So I am all things about I'm going to discuss with you. What is a stateful, what is reusable UI component, and what is the DOM, virtual DOM. So everything I am discussing with you, so no problem you are facing in React after that. So next video in I am displaying you all the example, and I also created one. uh, I am also creating one program for you. So all things describe in next video. So only I am discussing with you what is React and React related, as like a stateful components, and here is mentioned virtual DOM. So first of all, why use React? React first of all have a server side rendering also. React have a virtual DOM, and React is using for view layer, right? So React all about, we can say, all these things related we are using React. So what is the stateful? So I'm going to, what is the stateful, I'm going to explain you what is the stateful. So stateful components are always class components. So you don't know about the how many types of component and what is the component. So mainly you can understand this is class component. So after this video in also I am explain you in next video what is the class component, and also I am little bit explaining you. uh, Actually component is two types, class component and a functional component. So this is a class component, is a stateful component. So we can say stateful components are always class components. A stateful components have a state that get initialized in the constructor. So because stateful components have a state, because you can set the states all things and get initialized in the constructor, but not required anymore. So you don't require. So you can only say the class components is the stateful components, that is no stateful components. So also they display you one example of a stateful components example. So I am importing here React from this is using for import the React library. So React node modules, I am installing the React module. So you can use import React name. You can use any name here, as like, so from React. So this is a class name, component, sorry, this is component name. React is a component name from React. So React, this is a React in single quotes in React, it is a node modules. So class app extend, app is a class name of our components name. So extend react dot component, this is a constructor. The react dot component, this is a class component, and because react is a class, and react is a react is a class in dot component, react dot class. This as like also I app is a class, using a app class extend react dot component. So also in this component, created a constructor props and super props, this dot state. Here is a constructor is a props. If you are using a props, so you need to define this dot props. This need to define the super props and constructor props. If you are here, you can also use super, not parameter is a props. So super here is a you also super and without parameter props. If you are using without parameter of props, you, you cannot use entire constructor this dot props, because you are not passing the props in super. So I am setting the state, this dot state, this count is equal to this is object type array. So count is 0, we have initialized. So this handle count, this is a binding of the all things I am explaining you in next video. So here is a function handle count, also here is the incrementing the state, and after clicking the button. So also know, here is the export default app, this is exporting the app. So you know that this is a class, here is a mention class, this is a class component. So all methods, constructor and render, all things available inside the class. So that is class components, that is class component. Class component is stateful components. So yeah, I think you are clear the stateful components. Next is also, first is a stateful and second is a stateless component. Functional component is a stateless components. So there was no there will not using um, function, uh, class, sorry, class. So there is using function. So what is the component in React? First of all, component, I am also many times repeated the component. So what is the component? Split the UI. If you are you have created um, as like one UI, as like home page as like this, and so many as like header, footer and other parts, also sidebar, left sidebar, right sidebar, also container. So all things included in one home page. So there are many parts for whole pages. So you can say split up the into independent reusable pieces, many pieces, that is called components. So split up the UI, split up many pieces, split up the UI. There are many pieces. So independent reusable pieces, that is called component, as like below diagram up, as like you can see here. So as like here is component 1, component 2, as like you can say header, footer, and sidebar left, sidebar right, also you can say container. So many things merging after they created the user interface. So this is a component, many parts of this is a split up UI is independent UI. This is a component. You can also you can use a header, footer, also you can use in any other pages in. So this is a reusable pieces, that is called component. So what is the DOM? A list of disadvantages of DOM. What is the disadvantage and disadvantages of DOM? So also previously here is mentioned virtual DOM. First of all, we need to know about the DOM. What is the DOM? And after that, we will discuss with you um, virtual DOM. So DOM stand for Document Object Model. It's way of representing a structure of document via object. So here is it is a cross-platform language, independent convention for representing and interacting with data in HTML, XML, and others. Web browser handle the DOM implementation details, so we can interact with it using JavaScript and CSS. We can search for nodes and change their details, remove one and insert a new one. So previously, all other languages are using DOM only, not virtual DOM using, because virtual DOM is a lightweight JavaScript, a copy of a real DOM, a copy of a, you can say a copy of real DOM, lightweight. Uh, you can say also lightweight JavaScript object, a copy of real DOM. So this is a DOM. If you are as like you are using a Angular is using DOM. This is DOM. DOM is a real DOM. You can say also real DOM. So every time Angular, if you are changing any HTML, yeah, any parts, so every time created new elements on browser in DOM. Every new DOM, creating every elements for creating new DOM. So this is taking more time, but uh, React.js is using virtual DOM. What is virtual DOM? Virtual is the lightweight JavaScript. You can say lightweight JavaScript, a copy of real DOM. This is a copy of real DOM, virtual. So this is a, if you are updating also you don't know about the JSX JavaScript XML. So first of all, next video we will discuss with you JSX, and so also I'm some little bit explaining with you um, JSX. JSX after updating JSX, any element updated in React.js, so update the JSX file, not the DOM. So we will discuss more and in DOM related and virtual DOM also in next video. So that's for today. Thank you.